What up, brothers and sisters, and welcome to MTG Malone with me, MtgA Malone. And today we're getting into the viewer deck number 2, but before we get into this deck by Taurus, thank you very much for sending it to me. If you're new to the channel or you're just a regular tuning in without having subscribed yet, well, now is your chance. Tackle that subscribe button, push it to the floor. Only the sky is the limit. Until the end of the month, I think we can still rake up some subscriptions. Who knows? Maybe the 550 isn't so unrealistic. But enough yammering, let's get into this terrible hammering. So, today is another mono black deck, and I love these mono black decks. And yeah, today is an Fear into the Abyss Underworld Dreams combo deck. Maybe you've encountered this deck. When M21 came out, a lot of people wanted to make it work, and today we're trying to finally make it work. As I said, today's deck is by Taurus. If you want to send me a deck idea, join the Discord, let me know. I would be glad to play your deck. So, this deck had 4 Skyclave Relics, but I think that 4 was just a little bit too much. So I took out 2 of them, put into Elspeth's Nightmare, just to be sure that my opponent doesn't have any counter spells for my Peer into the Abyss combo. Also, I put in 1 more Castle Lochthwain and 2 Radiant Fountains just for the life. So, but enough, let's get into the deck. So, in the core, you play the Underworld Dreams as soon as possible, and whenever an opponent draws a card, he loses 1 life. And, well, you deal 1 damage to them. And yeah, the Peer into the Abyss, let me get it over here so you can read it as well. Look at those beautiful eyeholes. That is why Fear the Eyehole is the title of the deck. So, target player draws cards equal to half the number of their cards in the library and loses half their life. And that is pretty freaking nice. So if they have 20 cards left, they draw 10 cards, lose 10 life, and the Underworld Dreams gives him another 10 damage to the face. That is pretty freaking nice. I tried to make this card work for the longest time, but as we're doing viewer decks, now is the perfect moment. So, how are we making sure that we will find all our combo pieces with the Grim Tutor? You pay 3 life, you search a library for a card, put that card into your hand. It can be whatever you need. So, even if you need something else like an Extinction Event, just get it with the Grim Tutor. And this card looks so freaking amazing. I like it very much. So, the most part of the deck is removal, just to remove everything that comes our way. So we have 3 Bloodchief's Thirst for the early removal. Later it can also take care of planeswalkers. We have 3 Eliminates to destroy small creatures and small planeswalkers like the Buzzry Cat. Then we have 3 Heartless Acts, instant removal, always good. Then we have, as I said, 2 Elspeth Nightmares to destroy small fries. Opponent reveals their hand, you get that counter spell out of their hand, and then you exile the whole library. Then we have 4 Extinction Events for the board wiping, and we have 2 Shadow's Verdict for the board wiping. And as we don't have any creatures in here with mana cost 3 or less, this doesn't affect us at all. Very freaking nice. Then we have 4 Solemn Simulacrums to make sure that we ramp up as fast as possible. We have 2 Skyclave Relics to make sure that we ramp up as fast as possible. Then we have 3 Maze Mind Tomes to scry, to draw, to get some life back. Pretty freaking nice. If you're playing a control deck like this one, which is clearly is, you should have a Maze Mind Tome. It is just such a good card. So, did I forget anything? I don't think so. Then we have 2 Castle Lochthwains for the drawing. We have 20 beautiful Bobra Swamps. Let me get them over here so you can see them. Oh my lord, this art is so freaking beautiful. Then we have 2 Radiant Fountains to get some life back. Pretty freaking nice. So, what you want to do with this deck is having as many Underworld Dreams out as possible, as soon as possible, control the board, and then, yeah, give him the rest, a final hit with the Peer into the Abyss. This card is so freaking sweet. This artwork is so freaking insane. In the worst case, in the worst of all cases, you draw half of your library yourself, just to make sure that you find all of the answers you need. So, as I said, if you have any recommendations for this channel, because Kaldheim is just around the corner, and I think we have seen almost every deck possible that could be built, send me an idea. I'm very glad to play your decks. If there are no ideas, I will build a deck myself, I don't mind at all. And yeah, I will play your deck on this channel. Well, because this is a kind of a janky deck, I will bring it into unranked first, and if it performs well, if I get 2 or 3 wins in, I will bring this bad boy to freaking ranked. Mythic will see the power of the peer into the abyss. And yes, we all have beautiful eyeholes. So, I'm MTG Malone and I will see you all in those dark games. Alright, so, what do we fear? We fear counter spells, and that's it. And maybe an Ugin. Maybe an Ugin that can take care of our Underworld Dreams. This hand looks pretty freaking nice. If he's a creature-based deck, we're well prepared. We're playing such a janky deck, I freaking love it. Can we make it work? I sure hope so, Taurus. Otherwise, I would blame you. You alone are to blame. He's mulliganing. A fabled passage. That could mean whatever. Please don't be blue. Please don't be blue. Don't be blue. Oh, it's blue. Okay. So I think we're up against a... I don't know what deck. Pretty nice. But if he plays a creature here, we have the eliminate. Good game, good game. I don't know why he's good gaming me now after he played 2 cards already. Good game. Good game. Yeah. It will be a good game. Nice. Thanks. So are we playing the Underworld Dreams here? Let's just try to feel him out. If he has a counter spell, always have a backup plan. He's spamming the emotes like nothing else. He will lose a life here. Pretty freaking nice. Pretty freaking nice. That is what we want. Him losing life. So he cracks the passage now. But he gets a white. Okay, so he's hardcore control. So, whenever he draws a card, he will get punished. And we try to ramp as fast as possible. Oh, he's spamming those emotes real hard. Let's give him the old snoozy one. I don't fear you. Chiapin. Don't you spam those emotes. I worry too much, you worry too much. You worry too much, my friend. So it puts 2 on the bottom. If he has this Skyclave Apparition here for the Underworld Dreams, would be very bad. If he has an Elspeth to shatter the sky, well, I draw a card. That is very nice for me. And of course I want to draw a card. Okay, so now we have Underworld Dreams mana. So now all we need is the Underworld Dreams. I'm ready for you, baby. You can arrive now. So, does he have the Elspeth Conquers Death? Or is he just drawing cards like a real champion? Okay, so we can chill back. Good game. Thank you. Thank you very much. A Maze Mind Tome. A Maze Minding. This will help us find some stuff. So he's not playing anything. If you go on like this, my friend. Another Omen of the Sea. Alright, this will lose you life. That is what he gets for spamming those emotes. Slowly but surely, the Underworld Dreams will get you. The Underworld Dreams will freaking get you. 2 damage to the face. The Teferi's freaking tutelage. That is bad. But he will lose some more life here, so that is good. Oh my lord, he's spamming those emotes like there is no freaking tomorrow. So let me think here. If I make him draw all of his cards now, he surrendered! He just surrendered! But, we will see here. If I would have made him draw all of his cards, we would have milled all of our library, but we would have won with the Peer into the Abyss. And he was spamming us with emotes like there is no tomorrow. So, Peer into the Abyss would have won us the game. He would have drawn 20 cards, we would have milled 20 cards, but we would have lost a lot of life. So, 1-0. Alright, so I did the math once more during the games, and I can assure you, with the Peer into the Abyss, we would have freaking won the game. Yes, we would. Because, a Yorion deck. Very nice. Let's see how we're going up against those. Oh, I would have liked one more black mana. But in the worst case, but we have all of our combo pieces, so that is very nice. Are you a control? Oh, perfect. Perfection. Are you a counterspell deck, my friend? Or are you just a crazy deck? We will find out. Oh, he's a crazy deck. I like that. Please don't play blue. Play white. Play white. Play a white. A black. Interesting. Okay, so he's hardcore ramping already. And I just hope that he doesn't have enchantment removal. A treacherous blessing. Oh, that would have been nice to turn afterwards. Oh, now he plays white. So let's just hope that he doesn't have another white here. Let's just hope for the best. Okay. Oh, he's playing that deck. I like that deck very much. I like it very much. But once we hit the Peer into the Abyss with an 80 card deck, trust me, that freaking hurts. So now we play down the Solemn Simulacrum, just to find another land, which is very important. So now we're on 5. We only need 2 more lands to punish him real freaking good. So do you have the Elspeth Nightmare or whatever? Are you taking care of my Solemn Simulacrum? Nope, he has a Skyclave Apparition. Which is pretty freaking bad, but hey, we can take care of that. Give me a card draw. Give me a card. He gives me a card. Very nice. Very freaking nice. Alright, that is a land. I like that. A Lurrus? Okay, that is freaking crazy. But we found another land. So I think it is time for the Shadow's Verdict. Getting rid of those two. Having a blocker on the field. And now we pass the turn. And he has still 60 cards in this deck. So yeah. We got him. We freaking got him. I never thought about it, but Peer into the Abyss is a nice punish for those Ugat decks. Yeah, those are gone. Excuse-moi. So, we have nothing to fear here. The Yorion. It's just a little too late, my friend. You took too much damage with your Treacherous Blessing. And he still has 58 cards in his deck. So, 56. Which is, I think, enough. I think it is enough. So, half the number of the cards loses half their... Oh no, they just lose half their life. Right, right. But this still is pretty a-okay. So we search for another Underworld Dreams here. And we take care of this darn Yorion. So we need to find one Underworld Dreams here. I forgot. The Elspeth's Nightmare. That is also very nice. He is a... whatchamacallit? A creature-heavy deck. So what I will do is I will put down the Elspeth Nightmare. And before the third part triggers, I will make him draw half of his library, so he will need to discard half of his library, which is pretty nice. So, he has only the Yorion in there, the Archon of Sun's Grace. Sadly, I can't take care of that. Oh, alright. You have one of your own, eh, don't you? Okay, let's cry here. Solemn Simulacrum, not what I need. So, do I draw half of my own library just to make sure that I find what I need? I'm not dead next turn, so I can do that. Alright. Now I take care of this. So, what do we need? 1 Peer into the Abyss, 2 Peer into the Abyss? Didn't we draw any of our Underworld? Yes, we did. Okay, perfect. So I can take care of all of my swamps here. The Heartless Act. Another swamp. 1 Eliminate. 1 Skyclave Relic. The Solemn Simulacrum. Another Eliminate. Another swamp. So how many cards are these? 11. So, we need 1 Peer into the Abyss, 2 Peer into the Abyss, 1 Heartless Egg can go, the Mazemind Tome can go, we have 1 Underworld Dreams, 2 Underworld Dreams, so this swamp can go as well. So we just need to discard 1 more card. We don't need the Mazemind Tome anymore, so all of these cards can go. Now we have some removal. We have the Underworld Dreams, we have the Skyclave Relic. And unless he has another freaking Elspeth Nightmare here in his 80 card deck, we are golden. Alright. We're looking golden here. Next turn, I can play the Underworld Dream. So let me count. If I play this for 6, I will have 2 mana from this. Yeah, that is sadly not enough. But I can play the Underworld Dreams and the Extinction Event. Or can I play the Skyclave Relic and the Extinction Event? I think I can. I think I can play them both. So, that was intense. That was a lot of cards to discard. But that's just how it is with the Peer into the Abyss combo. So the real question is he playing counterspells? I haven't seen any yet. Another Luris. Alright. And the Omen of the Sea. Alright. So we are looking for another land here. We are looking for another land here. So if I play this for 6, I still have enough. But I still want another land here. Perfect. Just perfect. So, oh, these enter tapped, so I need to be wary about it. So if I pay 6 here, I still have 3 open and 1 from the first Skyclave Relic. I will still have enough for the Extinction Event. And now we take care of his Acolyte, of his Archon, of everything. And I don't think that he can kill us this turn. I just don't think that he can. Alright, it looks like we got this one. Looks like we got it. Unless, of course, he has a counter spell. Unless, of course, he has a freaking counter spell. So we're on 9, 10, 11, 12. We only need 10. We only need freaking 10. And we get 4 life back next turn. So we even survive one more turn. Excuse-moi. So we're on 12 mana. That means we still have the Eliminate open for his freaking Lurrus. If he, by any chance, counter spells our Underworld Dreams. So how many do we have left? 1. We have 1 left in the deck. Oh, the Skyclave Apparition. Alright, you've got it, my friend. But this means you don't have any counter spells open, so that is very freaking nice. Very freaking nice. Oh, okay. Okay. But those are tokens. Those are tokens. Alright. So, we have 9, we have 11. That is just enough. Just freaking enough. Yep, we freaking got him. We freaking got the Yorion deck. Alright. So, that is 3. And that is enough. Yes! Yes! Oh, take the damage! Take it all! Oh, 24 triggers into his beautiful face. Take freaking that. We did it! We did it, Taurus! We freaking did it! 2 wins already in a row! Crazy! Crazy! That last guy surrendered, but in the moment that he surrendered, we would have gotten him anyways. Pretty freaking nice. Alright, so as you could have seen, the Underworld, peer into the abyss, into your own face, isn't the worst. Isn't the freaking worst. Because you can always find what you need. And so I think it was just the right call to do it. Alundra. Alright, this hand looks a-okay. We have a Skyclave Relic to get into our Solemn Simulacrum as soon as possible. All we need, and another blue deck. So, counter spells ahoy. Alright, that is all the land we need for now. Something else than a land would be nice. Oh, those islands are so freaking sweet. Oh, it's a flyer stack. Let's get rid of the Watcher of the Spheres as soon as possible. Who knows, Yo-Yo, maybe this is yours. I don't think so. Another Watcher of the Spheres. Alright. So here the Elspeth's Nightmare is just the right call. Do you have something? Oh. He has an answer. He had the frickin' answer. And now the Jubilant Skybonder. Alright, so we need our Shadow's Verdict ASAP. Just frickin' ASAP. Yeah, look at your own Skybonder. And we're drawing lands like real champions here. So, out of our first 11 cards, we drew a lot of lands. So that is 6 lands in the first 11 cards. Well, yeah, chances are pretty good. Okay. So we're only allowed 1 spell each turn. So let's thin out our deck even more here. Because we drew another freaking land. So unless we find a Shadow's Verdict here, we are pretty screwed. Screwed by the... Alright. This looks like one of my decks. I can't deny it. This looks like one of my freaking decks. And we drew another freaking land. Another freaking land. Yep, we're just dead because we drew well, how many was it? 8, 10 lands in our first 15 cards. Pretty freaking heartbreaking. Pretty freaking heartbreaking. But this looks like one of my builds. So losing against one of my builds doesn't even feel that bad. Let him snack us. Let him have the satisfaction of snacking us. Oh, he blocks one of them? Maybe I draw an answer here. The Grim Tutor. The Grim frickin' Tutor. Doesn't help us at all. Another Archon. Alright, yeah, this looks like one of my builds. I don't want to say it is, but it frickin' looks like one of my builds. One of the first I even ever did. Frickin' nice. But yeah, there was nothing we could have done. We drew, 8, 10 lands in the first 16 cards. That is just bad. If we would have gotten off the other, the Elspeth Nightmare, would have been nice. Would have been nice. Alright, if we can get one more win here. Oh, my coffee is empty. Omni logic. The logic of it all. Alright, we're going first. We have removal, but all we need is one more black land. Can we freaking find it? Well, after the last game, I think that we will find a lot of lands. Yep, as I said, a lot of lands. And I mean, we have 24 of them. It's not like we have 27 lands in our hand. Oh, Lord. Come on. Of all things unholy. He has the agonizing remorse on turn freaking 2. That is just unfair. Does he have another one? Well, we will see. But we have the Grim Tutor now, so that is not even too bad. A Croxa, okay. Well, we will get rid of one Bloodchief Thirst here. And of course we draw another land. So, what do we want? We want nothing for now. If we find one more land... The Maze Mind Tome, alright, what are you playing? This deck looks crazy. Alright. So, now we can find... Where is it? Our Underworld Dreams number 1. And he will lose some life. So every card he draws will punish him. And I like that very much. So he has only 3 cards in his graveyard. That will punish you as well. The Elspeth's freaking Nightmare. Yeah, well, there's nothing in our hand that really bothers me. If you take it. So, now we're only missing one of our combo pieces. Only one of them. Alright, so we did 1 damage to him for now, because he will get 4 life back. Oh my lord. He has all the discard in the freaking world. All of it. All the discard in the freaking world. Alright, but slowly but surely we will get him. And all we need is one more land and the Peer into the Abyss. And we can find it sooner or later. He cycles, okay. That is one more life for you. Maybe now we even find the Shadow's Verdict. Well, the Solemn Simulacrum is not that bad. Gives us a land. And if he now plays another discard before he plays the Yorion, the Croxa, I'm gonna scream. Oh my lord! Oh my freaking lord! This is unreal. This is freaking unreal. So we're on top deck mode now. But sooner or later, we will find an answer. Oh my lord. This is just unreal. So we can block this Croxa 1 turn. We will get it for 1 damage here. Come on, block it. He does not block it. So are we getting rid of our own Solemn Simulacrum here to get rid of the Kroxa? I think we do. I think we do. The one card is not as important. So if he cannot kill us in 12 turns, we live. We freaking live. In 10 turns. So he needs to kill us in 10 turns. Can you do it, my friend? All the discard in the world doesn't help you at all. Well, now we have infinite mana at least. Which is nice. Infinite mana, here we go. So come on, give me something else than a land here. He is cycling like a real champion, which kills him just faster. Just a little bit faster. And now we have an eliminate, which is pretty freaking nice. So if he has another Kroxa, he will get rid of our eliminate first. But yeah, having it means that we don't lose 3 life. Oh my lord. All of the discard in the freaking world. Well, Amaze Mind Tome is pretty freaking nice. Pretty freaking nice. So I don't want to draw a card here because he might have even more hand removal. So yeah, the Underworld Dream is gone. It is gone. Okay, what will be our next card? Let us see. Another Maze Mind Tome. Yep, that is good. That is a-okay. I want to draw that immediately. Thank you. And of course I draw another land. But I will keep that in my hand. So what will be our next draw? Another land? No, thank you. And I will keep that in my hand just in case that he wants to, you know... use... He just surrendered! After all that you've done, you just surrendered. Oh my lord, what an aggravating fight this was. Couldn't show off the combo, but still we got a win. So that means we have 3 wins. Now comes the hard part. 1 game in Mythic, just for you. So, do I think we should bring this deck into ranked? I honestly don't. But you know my style. If I get... Oh my lord. What is this freaking hand? What is this freaking hand? Yeah, I wish I would have kept the other one. So we're up against an Italian guy, and he's a discard deck. Alright. But we have an eliminate now, so that is not even too bad. So all we need is 1 more land. And finding 1 more land would be pretty freaking nice. That is not a land. That, my friends, is not a land. Another Maya Triton. Alright. So if we find a land, that is pretty nice. Yeah, the 2 life is not that bad here. Come on, give me a land. Seriously, game. You give me so many lands all the time, and now freaking this. Now freaking this. Alright. That is a nice tech. So we can survive 1 more turn if we find another land. Holy smokes. Holy freaking smokes. So, you got games where you find all the lands in your first 15 cards, and then you have games where you find only 2 lands in your first 10 cards. This is heart freaking breaking. Of course he has the Ox of Agonas now. Must feel pretty freaking nice. Oh my lord, still no freaking land. Yeah, the Shadow's Verdict needs to go. Oh my lord! Just one land! Come on! Come on! Another freaking Oxophagona. So he has everything he needs. And we have freaking nothing at all. So we need to take care of this Maya Triton here even now. So we're dead next turn. There's absolutely nothing we could draw here. Oh, now we get the land. Now we get the land, but no freaking answers. So, good game. I will make another game. This game just happened, but this was not representative of anything. So, yeah, let's make 2 games in Mythic. Don't care about the rank. Don't care about the rank. So yeah, the last game, I will make 2 games because the last game was just so not representative, and now we're up against rogues. Oh, we're up against a Yorion deck. And we have a nice starting hand, so I will keep this. And he's the Dimir version. That is pretty good. That means that he doesn't play... And now we're drawing all the lands in the world. Yep, all of them. All of the free... Oh my lord, what was that? Oh nice, a Solemn Simulacrum. I like that. But he plays counter spells. I can feel it. Yep. He plays counter spells and he's not afraid to keep them back. Not at all. Well, that was your first mistake. Let's give him... Let's do it like this. Let's see if he takes the Crawling Barrens. He does take the Crawling Barrens. Alright, now we play down the Underworld Dreams. And now we can punish him for everything he does. He doesn't do anything. But this is a negate. Doesn't counter the Solemn Simulacrum, which is pretty freaking nice. And even if he wants to, we still have an answer. For later. The Cling to Dust. Okay, that will give you 1 damage in your face. 1 damage to your face, incoming. And he pushes his Crawling Barrens immediately. But at least we get a land out of our deck. Why is this? We can't even play it. I don't get it. I don't freaking get it. So now it's a question of who is faster. Who will be faster? So if our next 2 draws are the perfect draws, we're freaking good. Oh, he draws another card. Was that the right choice? You will lose 1 life here. Maybe you didn't have a land, then it was the right choice for sure. A Mazemind Tome. And he has a land. Okay. Okay. But yeah, we can get in for some damage here. So, we have 6. We have 6 freaking mana. So first let's get in here. And then we try to get the counter spell out of his hand. He will absolutely negate this. Yep, I thought so. I freaking thought so. So I hope that he didn't find another counter spell here. Or that he just attacks in with the Crawling Barrens, which would be... He has another Crawling Barrens? Oh, come on. Come on. All the Crawling Barrens in the world. And it looks like he still has another freaking counter spell. Or he just keeps his mana back for the Mazemind Tome. But this is freaking good. So we try to get the counter spell out of his hand here. And then we still have the Eliminate. Okay. That is nice. We still have the eliminate for the Crawling Barons. Let's just hope that he doesn't have a third freaking counterspell in hand. Would be so freaking bad. Oh, he just exiles it. That hurts. Well, we just destroy your Crawling Barons. Tit for tat. And now all of your mana is gone. And we can take care of your Artis. Oh, come on, game. Give me something that I can work with. Give me something I can work with. So are we dead yet? No, we're not. We're not dead yet. He can push the Crawling Barons for a 1. But if he finds the Ugin here, which it looks like he did. Looks like he did find something nice. Well, he's 2 mana away from the Ugin. So we can still do something. Alright, he can snack in for a 1 here. Only 1. And we still have a small chance to turn this around if we frickin' find the Peer into the Abyss. Is this it? Is this frickin' it? He has no counterspells. Oh, this is it. We got him. We got one of the strongest decks. Taurus, did you see that? Did you freaking see that? Oh, yes. Look into my eyeballs. I have such beautiful eyeballs. Oh, yes. Yes. Oh, 30 damage to your face. Take that freaking Yorion Ugin deck. I freaking got you. Oh, oh, ow. So nice. So sublime. So freaking sweet. Back in the top 1000 with this crazy jank. Mwah, I can't believe it. Alright, so those were some pretty nice decks. I put everything over here so we can have a look at this beautiful Bobra Swamp while I'm talking. So, this deck is so janky, but if it pops, it feels so freaking good. The one-hit combo into their faces. And I mean, yes, I had to do 2 ranked games because the one game just screwed us with mana. But I'm not going to complain. I complained already. I was a little bit salty, and but I'm not salty anymore. But yeah, beating that Dimir Controll deck with only 4 life left felt really freaking good. I mean, we had the top deck of the freaking century with the Peer into the Abyss. But yeah, if you have 4 of them in your deck of something, the chances that you draw it are 1 to 15. So that is pretty good. And the less cards you have in your deck, the better the chances get. But yeah, that one game against the red-black deck that had 3 freaking Ox of Agonas ready to attack us, that was pretty bad. That felt pretty bad because we drew only 2 mana in our first 10 freaking cards. So that's just how it is sometimes. But people should fear the Eyeholes. And as I said, having the Elspeth Nightmare in the deck to make sure that they don't have any counter spells in their hand. Just the same tactic as with the Ugin decks. If you have an Elspeth Nightmare, always play it on turn 7 if your Ugin is ready to get out there in turn 8. Because if you do that, you can make sure that there are no freaking counter spells in their deck. So, if you made it this far, thank you very much for tuning in. Today's deck was by Taurus. If you want to send me a deck idea, just join the Discord. Link is down in the description. I will also put it in the comments so it is easier for you to find. Also, the deck list will be down in the description. And yeah, you can send me your decks. I will play them. I have no deck yet for tomorrow. So if you want to send me something, now is your chance. Otherwise, you will see another deck by yours truly, MTG Malone. And yeah. Also, if you made it this far, you obviously like what I'm doing, and I'm very happy that you do. So, smash that subscribe button, hit it like there is no tomorrow, even though there is a tomorrow, because I will see you all tomorrow!